who's working for who, and are you the next one on their chopping block? Anyways, hey, looking forward to the you know, hip hop track.
It's very interesting stuff,
Yep.
Brian. Very
All
interesting. And I'm sure, you know, like you say, we will see.
All right. You take care. Bye.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, Brian.
Hey. Oh,
Brian,
no.
how are you? Brian, how are your little feelings today?
I don't have them. That's why people think I'm an asshole. I don't have time for feelings. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
Even little feelings?
I mean, I have anger from,
I feel that.
like, you know, just lack of care, you know?
Yeah.
Feel that.
Also, Brian didn't have his coffee today, so he might be snappy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That's fine. No, that's
I
good.
didn't have my coffee either.
Oh, that explains some
Maybe
things.
that's why I was.
Brian, can I tell you something that Grayson got mad at me about?
No, what happened?
When he was saying the meeting was a shit show, and he said everyone was throwing insults around, I said, well, someone on your team insulted the LSPD, and he got really upset that I said the DOJ was the team.
Whoa, wait, say that again?
I was bringing the example forward of Falconer telling the LSPD that they were liars as being an insult, right?
True.
And I said, someone on your team, Grayson, said an insult, and he got really upset that I was calling the DOJ a team. He said, we're all individual people. We're not a team. I rebuke that. How dare you call me a team? And I was like the LSPD is a team, and how the EMS is a team, and how the marshals are a team. The Blaine County Mayor's office is a team. And he was like, no, 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 no.
Wait, didn't he invite the LSPD last time?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, he did.
But apparently the DOJ are not a team, according to Grayson.
I don't know.
Wait, did you tell him that Grayson says that it's not his job to be impartial?
Yes.
So
did say that.
I wouldn't say. I want to play a little bit of devil's advocate only
I need
because
that right now. Yes, please.
That's what I've been trying to do, but
justices, I'm basing. Look, I'm that guy. All right. I think, you know, and when I say I'm that guy, I'm just listen. I'm coming from a place of like self-importance here, so just bear with me.
Right.
Justices can have opinions, as you know, just like in the Supreme Court, right? That's why there's a bunch of them, and that's fine. But impartiality is very different, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where you shouldn't be coming in with a predisposition outside of, you know, the facts and evidence, and then you look through that through the filter of your own personal whatever. But and maybe that's what he meant. But then again, there's the other part of me that's like fighting here and saying, but that still doesn't make any sense, because why the fuck was he so hamstrung on, like, why are cops pushing legislation? Leave it to us. Like, what the fuck?
Well,
He said that as well. He said they're not involved.
They're not involved, and also if they want to have a meeting, they should set one up separately. And we're like, why don't we just do it all together? Because the mayors are the ones who have to pass the legislation. So
why would the police departments
conversation.
not be allowed to be invited to a meeting in front of the government? Like, that's like,
right.
Isn't that how government works? They like have town hall meetings, and they have Senate hearings, and they have like, you know, like, isn't that a good thing? Like, what is
the only difference between now and when no marshals, no officers came before, was that they were able to shit talk before. And I'm not joking. It was so bad that, like, he said yesterday was a waste of time. In the first 2 weeks, we spent so much time, like, talking about utter nonsense, about their opinions on officers, about just that. Just because they don't have their time to shit talk. I'm gonna refrain from saying the words I want to say.
You've already said he has a small penis.
Yeah.
Huh. It's so strange.
I don't know.
It was a really bizarre meeting.
He hyper focused on Angel.
Oh, very much. He really does not like Angel. He was like, Angel was making underhanded digs at me. And both Dawn and I were like, she apologized to you while you were still in the room. I don't think it was a directed dig at you. I think it was just how the city is, unfortunately, which is what she said, I'm pretty sure even. And I think you said the same thing too.
Yeah, like that was, it's, I don't know where the offense can come from. And if we want to go down that line, yeah, the DOJ has been dog shit.
Yes.
But so is SASM, so is LSPD right now, right? And that's okay. We can make it better. But the only way to make things better is by talking through problems and coming up with taking a solution-oriented approach instead of fucking crying.
Yeah. I forgot about the solutions aspect, and I just was dumbfounded by the stupidity, if I'm going to be completely honest.
Okay. Dawn got the claws out, and Dawn got a little nasty during the meeting. This is not news to her. She is aware. She got a little nasty.
It happens sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm fully aware that I probably went too far.
Oh my
But-
God.
Yeah.
What?
Wait, I'm just like,
What?
can't imagine this. But then again,
Yeah,
I kind of
got-
do, because at a certain point, it can feel like a time waste, right?
Yeah.
Like for
Yeah.
even to hear
She
that
snaps.
he thought that was a time waste. What about all these hours that are now going to get spent over what reasonably was, for as far as I'm aware, one of the first time a cop, we have a culture in PD, and we've had this for a while, where there is a lot of, I'm going to use the word crying a lot, a lot of crying over things, right? Ruling doesn't go a certain way, or like, why is that thing not illegal, and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But very seldom does someone step up and say, I'm going to do something about it. And
Yeah, exactly.
in my mind, that's what Rosner did. He said, I see a gap here. I'm going to go write this, and I'm going to present it to the authorities.
Exactly.
And instead of us celebrating that effort, right,
Yeah.
it turned into
shit
this. And that's cringe.
It's so they don't want them there. Like, they don't think that PD should have anything to do with legislation, which I wholeheartedly disagree with. And
That's the thing, is like Dawn and I were bringing up that point of like, we don't understand a lot of legislation stuff, but the PD does. They're the ones, like, marshals and PD are the ones using the legislation a lot of the time in order to charge it.
Yeah.
Let me take that back. I don't understand legislation. Dawn and even Lexi understand legislation. But when it comes to like charges and stuff, it's always good to have a PD weigh in, because they're the ones who are going to be pushing the charges, right? It doesn't make sense for us to make the rules on charges when it's PD who's going to be enforcing those charges.
Yeah. But, yeah.
But he didn't see it that way. He also said that all the whole argument with yesterday's charge change was a chance for the PD to be, what was it, lazy and not do their jobs?
yeah, and I said, what happened? That's when I brought up impartiality, because like, if he's got this predisposition towards PD, like they all hate PD. Danielson has said it that they don't belong there. Falconer's expressed that they don't like them there. I know Gates doesn't like it there 'cause
Really?
he can't talk about sex all the time.
But I thought Sean and Faulkner, transparently, Faulkner and Sean have been huge support structures.
Oh, they're great. I love them.
yeah.
But sometimes
Falconer's
they
the
do
one
have
who-
biases.
Yeah, Falconer's the one who said that LSPD was full of liars.
So he's not wrong. I'm going to be honest. He shouldn't have said that, but I get his
You also keep it
position.
professional in a meeting. with
That I do
professionality
agree
is-
with that. I do agree
like-
with that though. I'm a bit of a Faulkner I'm going to be a little bit of a Faulkner defender. Is little jabs, like if he threw that jab out there, who cares? If you know, a little jab that someone else threw at, let's say even SASM, who cares? It's like it's little shit, right? But even if, and maybe I'm looking at this a little bit different, is like, okay, let's say Faulkner said that. It's also an opportunity for the other side to be like, well, why are you saying it? And then the conversation happens. And from my understanding is that, because I spoke to King afterwards, he came to realize after my convo with him, like, I get it in the moment. There's been a huge buildup the last like 6 weeks over a lot of really heinous things occurring. And I almost wish that it was out in the public so that people would react to it and force change. But there's things, we talked about a little bit, right? Like the shootings that are happening, this and that. And Faulkner being one of the signatories of it is probably getting a little fed up. And so I would say, but at least it came out with a healthy outcome between King, Faulkner, and the parties to let him know where that position's coming from. And I would have hoped that even in a case here with Greyson, where he's putting his opposite opinion forward, that there's an adult discourse and an understanding that comes out of it at the end. But he's refusing that, you know? I don't know.
I think he was expecting me to agree with him that yesterday was a shit show when he came to a meeting with me. Like, because he did come to meet with me, but he just started off by just talking about how shit it was. Like, it wasn't adult discourse at all. Nor did I turn it into that. I made it pretty bad.
You know what was crazy? Is when Marlo called it out. Why is everyone so fucking passive aggressive in here? Like there was like, it did feel like there was a lot of pent up feelings, and because no one has resolved those pent up feelings, it's like nothing can move forward.
Jesus. What the Christ? How many people are dying right now? RP truck?
Let's see, what do we got here?
Yes, security truck robbery.
Ooh.
Oh, I need to call Dan. One of my brain's going all over the place now.
Just don't worry about it right now.
Wait,
One thing at a time.
one thing at a time.
Yeah, when we left the meeting yesterday, we all kind of said like the DOJ rather feels like a table of mean girls in the school cafeteria, and all they do is just say little slights and little underhanded remarks about everybody else.
They said it
And
while
right
everybody
now-
wasn't there. Now they
Right now,
don't do
Greyson
it.
is Regina George. I don't know if Brian's gonna get that reference.
That's the manor and the bank truck?
Yeah, that's what I'm letting you know. They're going to hold out in the chicken factory. We got 4 marshals
Go
going
for
up to
it.
assist.
You
Yep,
got this.
Just letting you know in case you want to come.
Yep. All right. I
It's
trust
just
you.
an active,
All right.
an active investigation. Don't worry, guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. A lot of things cooking.
Hell yeah.
You guys think Greyson has a burn book?
Probably.
He's probably calling Dawn a fat whore right now.
Hey, I'm not a whore.
Oh, man.
That got me really good, Dawn. Thank you so much.
I mean, Veronica spit out her drink when I said he got his little feelings hurt.
Dawn said the word, I think your little feelings are hurt. And I had just taken a sip of water, and there was water everywhere, Brian. I'm telling you.
I was telling Dawn this earlier, that I just,
Which one?
Mayor Dawn, or Mayor Hart. My concern is based on yesterday, based on the refusal to attend the meetings with PD there, and then what sounds like the follow-up conversation, is that it feels like it's so bad that I don't know how you resolve this, right?
I don't know.
Because it sounds like a refusal to accept that nothing bad was intended at that meeting, and it's such an overreaction that I'm not uncertain how that could legitimately be rewounded back, right?
I don't know.
I have an idea, and it's a bad
I made it
one.
worse. I made it worse.
Well, that's the thing. Is like, in order to move forward, I unfortunately think that Dawn has to apologize to Grayson.
Ew.
I know, but like,
No.
you know, what the fuck are you supposed to do? You can be like, I agree with everything I said. I don't agree with the way that I said it.
Yeah, but that only rewinds
You know?
back today's conversation and not necessarily adjusts
but at
to
least
skip
we're
a
at,
meeting.
at least we're at before today, you know, because today made it a lot worse, Brian. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, it was that bad.
Oh,
I
it was very
yelled.
bad.
A lot.
It's to the point that did you not see what he twatted out? As soon as he
Yeah.
left the meeting, he twatted out my little feelings. If I spoke to anyone like that, I'd be impeached.
Yeah, but
He
no.
stormed out of this meeting too.
But why? Like, I don't get it though. This is.
Because that's what I said to him. And he's saying I should be impeached because I was a little bit of a bitch.
He also said that I was coming at him and yelling at him when I had only said
No,
like
it was just me.
5 words. Yeah, I wish you could have seen it. It was so awful.
What if they're all faceless?
Let's
You
bomb
know-
them.
Yes.
Can we bomb the DOJ? Where's Delta 1?
All right,
we-
I'll get the
can we-
C4. You run it.
Okay, perfect. You know what, Brian? Let's team up on this one.
I'll send you what Marlo
We've been
sent to
training
me.
for this.
Hell yeah.
I'll send you what Marlo sent to me in the middle of the meeting. And hold on. Where is it? Mother. Hold on. He sent this with. Hold on. My gallery's not working. Hold on.
Oh.
Sent it with this gift.
Oh my god.
Send it to me.
Okay. But yeah, I genuinely, I don't want to apologize to this man.
I know. But like, again, you don't have to apologize for what you said. You could apologize for the way you said it.
If
And
I
then
say
be like,
that, I
we
think he'll
need to
still
move
be mad.
forward. I don't give a
DJ!
fuck, honestly.
Oh, those are points.
But like, in this situation, you are a better person than him.
Probably
Leo.
debatable.
You know what? I kind of
Oh, I see.
agree that given that it's a pretty, you know, at least you have the position of, look, I agree with that. That might be a good step forward. My only hesitation is just historicity. I'm just hoping we haven't gotten to a point where that becomes like I was right, and then it's thrown
it
back
will
at
be.
you later, right?
Oh, I think he's also gonna either use it as I was right, or it's like, oh, so you don't apologize for what you said. Like
Well,
just how
no,
you
you
said
can,
it.
you can calmly be like, no, I don't apologize for what I said. My tone was
So-
not good because I was fired up.
Well-
I stand by what I said to you, and I wish I had just said it in a calmer manner.
What was the context of the conversation? Was it just to get an understanding of what had happened yesterday?
Yeah, he'd wanted to talk about yesterday, and he started off by saying that it was a shit show. So I thought he might have come to apologize for like stepping out or something like that, or like for leaving. And even though like we were saying like that's not what happened, like all of that, like but like he just started off by calling it shit, and then continued to say everything was shit. So, and I'm not a therapist, Brian. I'm gonna tell someone they're stupid. What? What?
But he did have a lot of, he was like, it was Angel, she was underhanded, she was saying it, it was targeted towards me.
It had a lot
Blah,
to
blah,
do with
blah.
Angel.
It did. And because we both said Angel did not mean disrespect towards you, she was saying it as a statement of fact, and he just refused to listen to that part. Both Don and I said it a couple times. We're like, it wasn't a directed insult towards you. or the DOJ. It was just a fact that stuff takes a long time in the city. She apologized to you in the room, and he just got like really pissy about it. And he's like, no, she knew what she was doing. It was directed towards me. It was underhanded. She knew exactly what she was saying. Yeah. But like, if anybody knows the DOJ, it's Angel, right? Wasn't she Chief Justice?
She was.
Yeah. I think she understands how stuff works, right?
Yeah, and you know, furthermore to the point, like that right there is it. I don't know how he took it the way he did, and I'm wondering to myself, how now do we like that? That's one of those positions where I just don't know how you roll it back, you know. That's kind of where I'm like cooked right now.
I've seen too much stupidity, and it got to me finally.
Yeah. I would like
I can only have my customer service fucking voice for so long.
I think it's important, in my opinion, that at minimum the DOJ needs to be open to criticism, as does every other entity. That's just healthy. We're in these positions of government, we're in these positions of privilege over others, right? Just because of the powers we wield. And without criticism, we can't better ourselves or the departments.
No, exactly.
And I've been constantly a defender of the DOJ, not because I necessarily agree with everything that the DOJ does, but rather I recognize that if there's too much animosity between the two, everything's cooked, right? Because we need to understand from their rulings. We need to be able to get them to understand perspective, etc. But the reason I put that all forward is there is a real issue today that must be addressed, which is court cases aren't moving forward. And even if that wasn't what the intention was, there shouldn't be that level of offense, right? And if they're having issues, it's not wrong for them to disclose those issues with whatever it is that's causing it to take too long to be an offensive point.
Especially because to that point, he said, I get all of my court cases done in 2 weeks.
That's
Great,
not
Greyson?
true.
Not true at all.
But if he believes that, and what Angel said wasn't directed towards him.
The whole reason that Angel even brought up that point initially was because he was demanding that law enforcement not put this thing forward, even though it's completely legal and constitutional. And at the end of the day, anyone can bring, like, literally a murderer could write something up and present it, right? At the end of the day, it's the mayor's choice as to whether something moves forward in legislation, just like anything else. I don't know why this would be any different.
Hey guys, there's a case since February up here. May, September. I'm just looking at the docket right now. We got a bunch from September that are all pending cases.
Yeah,
November, October, November.
We finished the Party Hardy case one out of court.
July 26th.
That's why people
15th.
don't. That's why I don't go to court, by the way.
Yeah, we
July
one of the court
24th.
cases that I got thrown at me, the Party Hardy one, we settled shit out of court. It's all good now.
It's why I think a lot of people go into pleas. It's not because, look, I used to love court. Like, the problem is, it's just, I'm not, without putting blame on anyone, it's just the reality. I'm looking for my storylines to conclude in a fashion where we're all still invested.
Okay,
Yeah.
weirdo. Okay, you
What?
fucking weirdo.
I write
All right, you
books in the
fucking-
evening.
you
What do
little
you mean?
Weird freak.
I'd read the
Weird
book.
freak.
Well, I'm just saying, look, all the really big cases just like I don't know how to chop it up. All the really big cases take so long that literally no one shows up.
No, you're right
It's-
though. Like what you're saying is correct. That's the thing is something from February at this point. Why is it still on the docket? Throw it out. Clean it up. Move along. Nobody's gonna remember the evidence.
Summary
Nobody's gonna remember it.
judgment.
Literally. Why are there cases from July, September? I understand they're big cases, but get them done. Brian, did Don ever tell you what one of the judges said when we had our first meeting with them? Hey, Yilong Ma, he walked in his prison attire because he had just come out from a contempt charge. And when it was brought up about court cases, he said, oh, I don't do those. That's a judge. It's a justice.
Yilong does say he is kind of a funny dude, but even for perspective, which ruling was it? There was a court case in which he opened up a little and he said that he's not able to make certain choices on his own accord. I didn't know what that meant, but it's something to kind of consider. Is that I don't know, something is fucking cooked. Something is cooked. I don't want to turn this into a fuck DOJ session, right, at all, because I do appreciate a lot of them, but there
Yeah.
needs to be at
Me
least
too.
some level of acknowledgement when someone shows this kind of behavior and dissent, especially in lieu of very obvious facts that everybody in the city can fucking see, right, and everyone
Yeah.
attributes to, and that's not including, like, let's talk about how many magistrates were picked up. And yeah, some of them are just straight felons probably leaking the entire world, right? And yes, the public voted them in. But where is the effort internally to train them? Could you for a moment imagine if I decided that, all these marshals I'm hiring, I'm like, oh, I hired them, but, I'm not training them. No, that's a responsibility. We didn't have FTOs. I had to go out and find a way to do it. They have that same responsibility. So, okay, let's say hypothetically, Greyson is able to get his court cases done in 2 weeks. Well, what about the rest of his time? How much of that is being spent building up magistrates? How much of that time, you know what I mean? Like, where are these, why are there no judges being produced, right? Why is there no interest in being a lawyer? How are we going to resolve these things? I'm sure some of it is, it sucks being a lawyer in San Andreas. I believe it. But what are they doing to change that environment? Like, this is their, I don't know.
I will say they have brought it up a few times, like some sort of effort to. I don't know how far it's gone. The only thing that they've really done is like the encouragement of more money that they did. It passed yesterday.
Money's
How
not
they-
a solution, though.
No, it's not at all. That's what I tried to say to them too, but then just me. It is
so.
me. I might.
Who
I
is
think
it?
it's Espino's probably talking about Lucy because she said she quit.
I mean, it can wait. It can wait.
I'm kind of finding myself falling into this rabbit hole of complainingness. I think that's why
Yeah.
not this conversation, but everything stemming from yesterday is kind of frustrating because we need forward momentum, even down to the, hey, discourse is healthy. It's not bad. Don't be offended.
No. Yeah.
Oh,
the
that's
thing.
me.
Oh,
Wow. We.
yeah.
Okay.
I think it's
Hello, this is
pretty
Norman.
imperative that we move forward. The meetings need to happen with the mayor's offices and the DOJ. I think, as Don said, the PD being there is very important at this point.
I agree. I mean, even just for the input, I do think that, we're not infallible either as the PD. And it is true, like, to play devil's advocate, yes, it is true that sometimes we in law enforcement will try to find ways to, like, make things easier for us, etc., etc. But that's not that's not always the case. And
No.
having pushback is good, right? Even what did the healthy thing that did come out of the Rosner's thing is it was pointed out that we didn't need another murder charge, right? But rather it could be something that is applicable to all the murder charges, right? Like it just needs to be written slightly different. And that's good insight. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
So
I think it was productive. They don't see it as productive. They saw that time as useless. In their words, it would took
I think
too
they
long.
saw it as attacking.
to be fair,
They saw it as
are
an
we
attack.
sure it was more than just Greyson that felt that way? I'm just basing it based on what
Yeah,
that
you were
was
going
said
to talk
afterwards.
to Falconer, weren't you?
Falconer wants to talk to me, but Danielson did express that he felt that Danielson also mentioned the hours spent on felony murder. They both saw it as useless. I love
Really?
Danielson. Yeah, I love Danielson. Sometimes he has some takes that I don't agree with, and I've told him this to his face. But he and I can still function perfectly fine.
But
because we're adults.
he said the opposite before I left the room.
What? No, he
Yeah.
called me and said, yeah, we spent too long on felony murder. He said having other people there is a waste of time, and I said I fundamentally disagree.
I'm confused how the people writing the thing, presenting it, isn't doing anything other than being efficient.
Exactly. I would not have been able to present it well.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Listen, I've worked at mall corporations with thousands of people there. If you don't bring stakeholders into a fucking room, that's how things don't get solved, because then they go into like a deadlock fucking meeting after meeting after meeting after meeting, and no decisions made until someone makes a decision because they get pissed off and knows that a decision needs to be made. No, you bring all stakeholders in. What the fuck?
That's not just law, it's just anything in general. That's why I started pushing, like, just allowing PD to come, because I hated being a messenger owl of like, oh, what's going on? And I'm just sitting there like, I don't fucking know. I don't know what these big words mean.
But then he also said, why doesn't the PD just set up a separate meeting with us? Why set up a separate meeting? Why not just have it all together?
I don't want
Doesn't need to be
another hour
separated.
of my fucking week spent with people with tiny... Oh. I think I gotta go.
Well, I think we need to go talk to Falconer.
I do need to... He asked me to call him. But you guys can keep talking while I call Falconer. I'll update.
No, why don't we just go meet Falconer?
Yeah, you guys go do that. I'm gonna mope.
You gonna mope?
Gonna mope? Don't mope.
No,
Be
I'm not
happy.
moping. I'm not moping. I
Be
just
happy. Okay.
Someone's phone's ringing.
It's mine. It's mine. It's about the Lucy thing. Thank you so much for talking with us, Brian.
absolutely.
I very much appreciate you.
All right, y'all stay safe.
You too. Hi, Espinosa.
Bye, Don Winters.
Bye, guys. All right, I'll ask him for you, and then I'll get back to you. No, he's very busy. I'll ask him. I will call you back, Mr. Rivers. I'll call you back. No, I won't. Okay, goodbye, sir. How am I supposed to ask him if you'll still keep on talking to me? No. That's very unprofessional. Okay, goodbye. That was a Mr. Dante Rivers. He's asking if we are locking down his properties. Only one of his properties are locked down.
Who?
Mr. Dante Rivers.
Oh, I don't know
Says
anything
only-
about that.
Yeah, he said Peach also doesn't, and then he said one of his properties are also locked down. Only one of his 3.
I think that there